he might have boots on the ground.
Maybe, but that will be a segment for later.
I
meant to do this last Wednesday, but StreamYards was not being kind. It wouldn't send the validation link. Call it fun, by the way. It was last, what is it? It's always interesting when StreamYards is... It's going the way of Discord, eventually. Discord has a bunch of issues as well. By the way, for people who are wondering, Discord put off their verification crap until later in the year.
Yeah, and they said they would just lock off not safe for work channels.
Oh.
And only have them be accessible if you have, confirmed ID. And I don't know if they'll even do that, to be honest, but that's what they said.
Yep. And then the first topic is the State of the Union, which I meant to get to last week. So the State of the Union is really interesting. Now, I'll go with you first, Sorter. What's your thoughts as an non-American?
It was pretty good. It was like quite I don't know, it was like a bait for the Democrats, and they definitely took the bait of not standing up for many things that they should have. Because they supposedly should care about those things, but
Tale of Two Americas is a good way to put it.
It is what it is, and there's like I think I said this last time, but Trump does editorialize way too much.
Actually, fun fact, it was the longest speech after second, and only second to it is Grover Cleveland's.
I can imagine. It was long.
And supposedly he got pneumonia and sick afterwards because he decided to do it outside. I think that was the one I was thinking of. And oh God, yes, because today the first topic will be the State of the Union. The second one will be the Iranian leaders being killed. We just didn't get the Ayatollah. We got apparently... we're still details are
a lot
coming.
of the military leaders, like the leaders of, we'll talk about it.
I'll have to find an accurate article because I've heard we maybe got number 2 and number 3. But then again,
I'm not sure if that has been confirmed.
But we've also had 3 deaths, because what was also confirmed in the State of the Union is we thought it was just a clean operation. No, there was the pilot towards the end who had his leg shattered by a bullet, or like a bone. They had to replace it. Because the latter part of the State of the Union was a bunch of military awards.
A good chunk of them.
A helicopter pilot did get like a bone shattered or hit pretty hard, and that was during the Venezuela operation. We did have deaths, but 3 deaths to take out a leader in a strike, that's pretty damn good. But the third topic today is going to be the gaming failures of 2026 so far. So, buckle up. It's going to be very interesting. That's going to be highguard. As much as I hate to say it, 1348. Looks good on the 10, but the subject matter is bad. And probably marathon.
Almost definitely a marathon.
Oh god, Marathon was already doomed from the start, and I can say that as a Destiny 2 player. I could dead have a spelling. So, State of the Union. You bring up the point of Democrats should. Now, the State of the Union is set up so that both leaders, both parties, are sitting on two sides of the chamber. Now, clearly, I mean, Republicans are clapping like trained seals. If it was a
Yep.
Democrat president, Republicans would be sitting too, but not as much as the Democrats. I can rest assured on that. The only time there was Republicans who did not support a Democrat president was mainly Obama. For reasons. And those reasons, I feel very validated when I say to go back to the Obama years broke. Even he, by the way, up for the midterm for the Democrats, if the State of the Union didn't show that the Democrat leadership was fractured,
Hmm. Was that a?
Miss Sparkles, I actually had to ask him because I woke up at 11 o'clock. I saw the message he could do this today. And I'm very infamous for doing my streams 30 minutes ahead of time. You get to testify to this, Sorter. I
Yep.
set my streams 30 minutes to the fucking time almost. I don't plan this shit in advance. I really don't. I don't do links. I don't keep a schedule. Literally.
Rude. You're rude.
I will start a video game stream. That's why I say, like, I'm consistent by YouTube standards, but it will sometimes be from 6 to 7 o'clock. Okay? What can I say? God, so don't be whatever mean. Look, some people are more professional. Anyways, back to topic. So, State of the Union, Trump laid out the stuff, and there was a lot of details in there that Democrats are still defunding DHS. We're looking at another shutdown because they want to be children. We also have they want to be children.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The thing is, now it is interesting. Elizabeth Warren did clap at corruption and insider trading.
Yeah, she did. I think a lot of Democrats did.
See, now the thing is, O'Reilly said it. O'Reilly said it. They should have panned to Pelosi's face when he pointed her out. It would have been a better optic view. But look,
it's not only her. That's kind of the thing. It's not like some Republicans were not doing this or aren't.
Well, actually, you know what's funny? What actually shocked me on the Republican side is how much of the Republicans validated Rubio.
Yeah.
You do not understand how good that actually really is for him. Now, do I think that puts him in presidential running? Not really. I mean, we're still looking.
It's kind of a maybe because I'm not sure that Vance would be a good choice.
None of us want Vance. The thing
is, there's only so much mold bug that a country can take.
The thing about Vance is still A lot of Trump's success in the is coming from his foreign relations team, and that's Rubio. Rubio, if anything, is a good diplomat. Going back years, he's not the most defiant leader, but he's defining as far as you think. But he is very good on the committees he's on and everything else, basically. Now,
Oh,
now the thing about it is, even back in the Ukrainian, do you remember the Ukrainian debacle where J.D. Vance stuck his foot up his ass and
yep.
tried to correct Zelensky? And Trump
Yeah,
had to save him. Yeah, remember that?
yeah. I think
So
a lot of people do. Well, most people do.
that's one reason. That shit's gonna stick with me. That's like Trump going to the Helsinki conference after he got elected and he was standing next to Putin and he said Russians didn't do any election fraud. Which did happen, by the way.
Yeah.
And anyone who knew anything about intelligence or any of the investigations, we all said there was election fraud that cycle. So good luck to you. But JD Vance is, I mean, the thing about it is he got 2 years to establish himself. But Trump also set himself up good for the midterms because we weren't sure if Republicans, okay, for all the fear mongering, Democrats have no leaders.
Yeah.
None. The progressive wing has taken control of them, and
There's only Newsom who
Newsom, AOC
I
is we're gonna have unprecedented.
yeah,
AOC is going to probably primary Schumer.
yeah, it's either AOC, Newsom, or maybe they will still run Harris. They kind of are attempting it.
No, Democrat. Move. Really, Sorter, you didn't cover. Really, Sorter?
You just moved away. I wasn't like not sure what you were doing.
Do I have to put it in private chat? Really? That's a bad hair. I think I can trust you. That hair. Anyways, I had to go get my food from the kitchen.
That's okay.
See, this was up. I'm not prepared. I'm awake when I'm awake. So, anyways. So, yes, the State of the Union was a very interesting thing. Now, realistically, does it set the stage for the midterms and Trump, whatever? Yes, Trump has to Republicans have to survive the midterms before we even talk about 28. So, now there are the states. So, a lot of the stuff in the State of the Union was like the migrants killing citizens and other things of that nature. Democrats set for it. Now, I'm surprised that Trump didn't bring up the trans shooter situation. The 2 we've had this year, by the way. 2. Not a good number.
Yeah.
How are you? The hockey game one in America, it was in Boston, and then the one in Canada. So, the thing about there's also a story, I could find it. Apparently, that one migrant that was freed from the El Salvador prison is still trying to find a way to stay in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, technically, he's also saying he wasn't a member of a gang, but he's also confirming he was a member of a gang, ex-member. So not even Dominican Republic will take him. So,
Yeah, I mean, these people are they're not exactly wanted anywhere, really.
So, and
On the trans shooter stuff, it's like, I guess there wasn't that much out there yet.
Actually, no, he did mention in Canada. I think he did, if I recall. He did.
Did he?
I'll have to go back and look. But he did mention it. But then again, the thing in Boston, you know the funniest thing about the Boston shooting? Not even the Associated Press called the person trans.
Well, a lot of people are generally very careful before they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's like that weird to say. It's like, yeah, that it's just a thing. If you have trans people radicalized that, of Trump or whoever.
Well, the one in Canada, okay, I'm sorry. The one in Canada was killed. The town was called Tumbler Ridge.
Yeah. Yeah, that was poetic, maybe? I'm not sure.
Okay, let me explain the inside joke. There used to be a website called Tumblr that was
Still
famous
exists,
for. It still
technically.
exists. It was more famous for a lot of adult stuff, and especially blogs, where you found the fetish material or other alternative sexuality stuff.
It had more normal stuff, but
It was more famous.
Quite quickly became just an SJW website and a porn website at the same time.
Yes. So.
And then they banned porn?
Actually, the person bought it, banned the adults,
Yep.
and it
And
lost about
every one of them
60% of its
fled to
value.
Twitter.
Yep, no, they went to Reddit and they went to Twitter.
Yep. And it was kind of why Twitter got very, very bad.
It still is bad. But the town was called Tumbler Ridge. Once I heard that, I'm poetic, by the way. God, I'm like, that's just an unfortunate name.
Yeah.
Just saying. Actually,
Imagine if the town's motto was "Life is strange." Something like that.
actually, there are games that make me seem someone was playing it. Oh God, I'll hit that in the game section. Things. But yeah, State of the Union. He actually okay. What are your thoughts on the Democrats playing themselves?
It is kind of what I would expect. Honestly, I don't think the Democrats understand how bad the party looks, or how bad the opinion of the average person is of their party. Because people do dislike the Republicans, but the Democrats have shoved so much stupid shit down people's throats and have essentially made lives people's lives especially in big cities so much worse that those people fucking hate them. Even if they don't like the Republicans, they hate the Democrats.
They hate the Democrats, yes.
And justifiably so.
Now, the issue itself is let me see, because a lot of it is so this is the whole thing. A lot of it is Trump, surprisingly, you would think Democrats would be behind the insider trading. But then again, you forget Nancy Pelosi is basically one of the biggest inside traders ever.
Yeah.
Her stock portfolio is worth more than she has better win rates than fucking people on Wall Street.
Which is not exactly surprising. And it's not hers, it's her husband's. But yeah.
It makes a Wall Street investor blush. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Again.
And yeah, it's not hers, but it's like her husband's. It's still the same thing. But that's generally how she gets around the immediate insider trading thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically, white-collar crime is really abusive anyways.
Yeah, and it's really rampant. Yeah.
Actually, I should have pulled up the transcript before, but I kind of remember it from watching it. And the thing about the speech is you think on immigration. Now, I will say there was also the stupid moment for Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi literally chuckled and was gleeful like a weird child when
Trump mentioned Dow breaking 50,000.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's so bad.
I do not. There are picks that Trump has for his candidates for offices.
this stuff is essentially why people were mad at the Republicans in the first place and went and voted for Obama. Like this, oh, I don't care about pedophiles. The stocks are doing great. It's like, okay.
What can we say? Like, for real. Like, Pam Bondi is her own. Look, the words to describe her are. If you think Biden's nominees, they're not edge cringe as Biden's nominees, basically.
Yeah. But he's giving it a go.
You know, I go back to the leader situation. You would think even Obama has had a hard time. Like, the funny part about it is, even in wake of the State of the Union, Obama's quiet.
Yeah.
Now, midterms are going to be very interesting for Republicans. Like, look, Republicans have to retain power going into they got to retain power. There's a trick, because what's going to wind up happening is you're going to see, because what largely made Bush a lame duck president for the last 2 years was he lost Congress.
Yep. Though
And
this does often happen.
now, reality is it going to be the same for Trump? Because look, I don't think the greatest part about it is once he's out of office, I'm just going to wait until, look, when Trump's gone, actually, I don't even know at this rate who, look, I've determined TDS needs to be discussed for all times. Like, I have never seen a brain rot that has killed more intelligence than anything. And Democrats are just thriving on it. If that makes sense.
I don't know if I'd say thriving, but yeah. Yeah.
No, what I mean by thriving, they're just thriving on it. They're thriving because that's their only survival mechanism. Trump Epstein files, TDS. Because look, the same stuff as even someone said, wait until the Epstein files stuff comes out. They're going to go, oh, by the way, there was a New York Times article or report. There was a person said we should probably have released the Epstein files.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Because it was supposed to be a gotcha on Trump. Trump can't be found, even in the redacted documents. So,
Well, it's not like he can't be found. It's more that there's nothing there that's
there's nothing
necessarily implicating.
Yeah. There's really nothing there. And the thing about it is,
If there is something there, it's not just him.
What was the one of the
There's
big batch release? What was with the last ones? We didn't talk about it because, like, I guess it
oh,
had
you
all of
saw
the
recently
accusation,
like the
the accusations. The one that
Bill and
had
Hillary just Hillary getting mad at a like what was a
actually,
hearing
yeah,
last day yesterday.
she was supposed to testify. That was the big one, and I kind of missed that. I have been gaming. It was actually a hearing I missed.
Yeah, and she stormed off.
Really?
I think they asked her a question or something like that, and she just stormed off. And Bill
Well, okay. I have
was
to go.
reminiscing about his photos with Epstein.
Because I'll find that article. Because the funny thing about the Epstein thing, it is supposed to be the damning thing that it's like, oh, all it is causing a bunch of people who normally would. It's exposing a lot of Hollywood famous people more than it is anything else. And that's why all the Democrats during the State of the Union had released the protective victims, released the Epstein files stuff on their shirts. Which, I mean, I swear to God, when I say a lot of these people are like, I don't know how to describe them. They're like these 60s radicals that never learned. They wear slogans on their T-shirt, basically.
Yeah, they are more activists than politicians.
They're not politicians in any aspect. The favorite part was Al Green got chunked out because he tried to play on the black people aren't apes because of the White House staffer used the official White House account to tweet out Obama is ape.
Yeah.
God. Look, there's a thing about a media team. Even I knew that was a media team thing. Okay? Let's be realistic. If anyone knows anything about politics, you know it's not Trump that tweets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, sometimes he probably
Truth Social
does.
is him.
Yeah.
You can go.
But that intern should definitely get fired. I mean, not because it's like racist, but it's just not a thing that you should do with the White House account.
No.
It's just that.
It's tasteless. Look,
yeah.
There's something I wish. My mother was working at a grocery store at the time, and she basically could have got me the New Yorker magazine years ago. Let me find it. I wish I had it. It literally depicted. Okay, think of all the things we ever. Oh, you're younger, so you don't know. I wish I had it, and I'm gonna have to buy it. It had Michelle Obama as a Black Panther. It had him as a Muslim. It had watermelons growing in the yard of the White House.
What was it?
This was the New Yorker.
That kind of does ring a bell.
A very famous cover. And this cover has all but disappeared from the internet. And it's there's a whole issue.
Oh yeah.
This
God.
it's one of them that I wish okay, it's a moment in time. I don't think you can find it anymore.
The cover is there. I just found it.
The inside of it, basically.
The inside. Yep, maybe.
The inside's a lot worse. Like, but this is the same thing.
Okay,
Like,
enjoy your lunch, Spuggles.
you take care of this. So, I don't think I gotta find the actual cover. Like, it's one of the ones that's it's very look when I say it's as tacky as the other one. I don't think to this day you can find it. Like you have to buy it to find it, and it's one
What
of
other cover?
There's only one cover for it. There was actually several. There's always several covers, but yeah, that's the same type of stuff. That oh god, it's one of those ones that you remember it. You think political satire. Here it is.
I mean, political satire
you
used
see
to be
it?
a lot
Okay,
more.
so in
Yeah.
this was him getting elected. And what do you see in the image? Michelle Obama as a Black Panther, him as
With
a
an
Muslim.
afro.
Yes.
Him as a
The
Muslim.
American flag in the fireplace. Bin Laden's photo
Bin Laden.
over the thing.
Yeah.
It shows outside an image of in the White House. Outside the White House, watermelons are growing. Yeah. This was the New Yorker at the time. So if you don't know about it, you know about it. You can find images like okay. I wonder what this is. This was 2008 when he was in bed with Hillary. Oh God.
Yeah.
See, you will find this now, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This
Not from
brand
like
of
a
liberalism
proper.
is gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't.
Or at least it's like laser focused on Trump, and that's why it has gotten
Trump
like
look worse. They all are like, oh, I hate to say it, like the progressive wing of the party has destroyed the Democrats. Like during the State of the Union, like Elon Omar was already getting pissed off, basically.
Yep.
So then Elon Omar, everyone just sat there as Elon Omar went off like a crazy person. And then of course, she was at the State of the Union, was sitting next to the Pakistani one, by the way.
Yeah.
Not Pakistani, she's the
yeah, it's
Palestinian, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
You kind of forget she exists because you haven't seen her do anything in years. By the way, you ever notice how most of the Democrats have forgotten about the five?
Yep.
No? Anybody? No, you remember? The five. Elon Omar, AOC. Yeah. Occasionally you'll see AOC, but it's like the idea itself is they're not what they used to be. They're almost all shoved off into a corner and I'm guessing forgotten about.
Who? What do you mean, who? You didn't even remember the names.
Elon Omar, well, most people know AOC. God, they were the five main women.
Yeah, I mean,
They
Eleanor and like AOC are somewhat well known. The others are not as well known. Not at least, you don't see them every week at least. Team women.
They're like one of those people. It's kind of like if you have to remember it's. Oh God, see. They called them the five. It was like Elon Omar. Most people only remember three. AOC. And the Minnesota one, who's now famous. The Somali one, who was famous for marrying her brother so she could become legal.
Yep. Well, it was cousin, I think. Something like that.
They called him the Squad. Sorry, the Squad was the four.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds a bit...
Sorry.
I was like, the name is a bit...
I don't know. It's been a while. Five. There was five big. The Squad, they were called. Like sometimes it's been a while. And they are still... you don't hear much about them anymore. By the way. You notice that?
Well, Elon Omar is still pretty vocal, so is maybe not AOC.
Screaming at Trump during the speech was this one and this one.
Yeah. Who was her brother? She's married to her brother. But yeah, they do all suck.
Oh, yeah, by the way, these were all special people promoted. Like, these women are still here. Like, you still occasionally see something out of her once in a blue moon. And when she was there. But it took AOC. AOC got... so she was only in... See, a lot of these, what's funny is all of these are... Like, majority of them, they're very much the case of... I can go find the image. It's pretty funny when they were screaming at Trump. Like, Elon Omar started getting mad when he brought up the... What was it? The stuff in Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, to be expected, I guess.
And the irony is both of them were yelling at... Like, there's been no censure action of them. And all the other Democrat...
there's like a couple of more, one or two more, but I think they weren't like always in the squad, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I remember there was five, but mainly five, but it was like the Squad was the big ones we knew. Oh yeah, by the way, the new darling, the new ones, the person they gave the rebuttal. I showed that one to you. They live in an alternate reality, by the way. The recession is all but gone.
I don't know about that. It will depend kind of on how Iran goes. If the stuff with Iran like drags on, I don't know if it will be gone. But if it doesn't, then likely.
Because some people are very gifted. This is the thing, State of the Union. You see a lot of these moments. And these were here. It's going to be...
Because I still know a lot of stuff. Sparkles, fuck you.
See, this is what he does. Look at the whole side of the room. Democrats have this glee. The facial expressions say it all.
I do love how they're shouting like
faces. He intentionally did this. This is one thing I will give Trump is very good at presenting when he needs to be.
Well, yeah, that's like most of his
and they
what
all
he's good
fell
at.
For a trap, by the way. Now, the funny thing about this is this is a basic position in the Democrats were... Now, Tulsi Gabbard's an interesting one.
Yeah.
This is a controversial take, by the way. Voter ID. Cory Booker, by the way, is not looking good. Cory Booker had this retarded face the whole way. Also, that's God, I can't think of that guy's name he's sitting next to. I know it, but he's been in our government. Do you know who I saw them pan to in the State of the Union? Do you know who? Do you remember the blonde woman? I can't remember her name for the life of me.
Yeah.
She used to be everywhere.
I don't remember her name either. I'm in the middle.
See, here's the thing. Immigration reform is polling high even among Democratic voters. And they're all discussing amongst themselves. Like they're bickering like children. They're 60 years old. What are we doing? Like, this is the thing about the State of the Union. It's actually, on paper, it's a win for Trump in a lot of different ways. Like, yes.
Well, it's at least
it's a win.
You know, it's a lose for the Democrats. It's a loss for the Democrats.
Well, it's not the viral moments because Democrats will act like it never happened.
Well, yeah, but they can't like change reality.
What do you mean? Changing reality is a thing, right?
Oh, to them probably.
By the way, Miss Sparkles, I'm old in spirit. I understand. Thank you very much for reminding me. I probably age like the internet ages people, to be honest.
You shut up. If you want me to shut up, then come over here.
But seriously, the thing of the State of the Union, and you can look at it, the Democrats literally played into Trump's stuff. It's like, well, we're going to show that evil Trump. Really?
Yeah, they tried to stand up to him by not standing up for voter ID and
There is a lot of moments from it, and a lot of
other
people.
stuff.
There's a lot of stuff, and I recommend people watch it. It's like to hear it gets kind of lost because the actual stuff with our politics are moving at like I have a hard look. It's like keeping up with Match of the Gathering sets right now, released in a year, but in a hyper pace. Like our government, like you don't even know the Democrats were about to cause another government shutdown, basically, and it's insane because Democrats are like, well, we weren't doing this. There, you got to bear in mind. I go back to the theory about a lot of the Democrats themselves that
Uh-huh.
they're the 60s and 70s radicals that people kind of forgot existed. But they are still perpetually like children. They still think this is Woodstock, apparently.
A lot of them do, yeah.
But they
A lot
don't
of them
realize
think that
they
it's
fry.
Woodstock. Others think that they're part of the Black Panthers.
Oh God, the black Democrats have gotten the Democrats that are the in that. Oh, if you're not familiar with history, oh, you see Black Panthers in there. You see them. They exist.
Yep.
They are coming back with a vengeance in the Democrats. Like Nick Shirley got Nick Shirley got basically brought back into got brought there. But that's why I said the State of the Union is actually a really impactful thing. Now, if we're talking about inflation, okay, so inflation has been brought under control to a degree by Trump. Health insurance is still at an all-time high. Now, the funny thing is, he
did say one thing that was quite stupid, and that was like, "Oh, we need to build new homes and get houses more affordable for people that want to buy them and families."
Okay, that goes into the
And
Canada thing. That goes
and
into
at the same time, he said, "But also keep them at the same, at a level price, so people's investment doesn't go." um,
oh,
and it's like, God, okay, that's contradicting yourself.
that's contradicting yourself. I mean, the political class, if anything, has look. There's a point where they say Washington is very different than Washington is a very different place than the rest. I mean, very rare do you ever see senators survive going up there unethical. Hello, Patrick. You should come out more often. Nice to see you, by the way. I've been trying to get a hold of you for the longest time. You're in New Jersey, anyways. See, your perspective. I'm sorry about your New York City becoming a socialistic hellhole. Oh, by the way, on a fun fact, around this time as well, the State of the Union, Memdani also said it was said during the speech. Democrats are flabbergasted to shovel snow. You know all that snow that you had up there, Patrick, in New York. The snow didn't move. The Democrats were requiring actual ID to find jobs.
Yep. They don't mind ID when it's in their favor.
Huh, and they were going to pay $13 an hour to shovel snow. So, what does that tell you? I guess it's double standards. Well, to be fair, did you hear about the homeless deaths that actually happened because Ma'am Donnie basically refused to do Code Blue? By the way,
Yep.
see, Patrick would be more knows about that. So, like, they used to actually the police would bring the homeless in, and that type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're not. Where it's interesting watching New York turn into a socialistic state right in front of people's eyes in less than 2 months. And by the way, there's already a massive deficit. There is no budget surplus anymore.
That sounds like Philly.
Yes. But yes, Patrick, we'll have to get together at some point for real. With your job, you'll have to. But yes, they'll be here, and I'm going to move on. Remember my timestamp. Sorry for the thing. But the State of the Union, I recommend people watch it. There's still a lot in there. It's going to get buried underneath
Well, everything else.
Oh, God. It got buried immediately as soon as Personally, can I say this? Am I heartless if I say this? I don't care about the journalist who had her mother kidnapped. Is that heartless?
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's heartless, but it's like, yeah.
I don't care about it.
These things happen, and it's, the more some stuff like that happens, and
don't take it as I don't care about it. I just don't think it's nightly news that I should be hearing about when they don't know what the fuck. There's no updates on it. Okay? There's no updates on the damn thing.
that's kind of the problem with a lot of news. It's usually just a story.
Slow news day. I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
Like, you're just...
And now the news is Iran.
And all these people are basically like, we're going to show that... Oh, I'm like, yes, it's not nationwide news that your mother... Look, it's just... You would rather focus on that than actual real stuff. Okay, look, I'll give you that. I'm like, you can... And that's the problem. It's not been updated. See. Yes. Okay, Patrick, I'll hit you up there. But yes, because that's the other major story that's been floating around. It's the person's mother being snatched. Yes, that's bad. But it's pretty much a nothing burger at this point. It's literally a nothing burger.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. We literally know nothing. And it affects her. It's really bad. You gotta understand. It's not that I'm heartless. It's just, God, there's just the point. Look, they would rather talk about that than they would rather talk about actual stuff. It's not like Trump is doing exceptionally stellar. He's just having wins recently. By the way, I do like how he joked during the State of the Union about we're winning too much.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that's an
a
internal
Trumpism.
joke, by the way, amongst Democrats. Do you know how Republicans, we just waited out the progressives eating themselves? We waited out that. And that's all we had to do is just wait out and let the Democrats eat themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which happened very quickly, may I add.
Well,
Now,
it kind of happens because they have factions within the Democrats that kind of hate each other.
you think?
Honestly, I've said this before, but I genuinely think that the only faction within the Democrats that will survive is Islamo-leftism, with like Ilhan Omar and
Well,
the
there's a
others.
thing I'll have to eventually get into I'll have to get into the discussion. It's been a theory that basically the Islamist and the far left have all but hijacked the party. And it's the same thing that's kind of happened in Europe. Basically,
Granted, in Europe, it's not like they don't exactly hijack parties because they just make their own at this point. Or, well, like now the Greens, let's say in Britain, have become the Islamo-leftist party.
well, okay.
And
It's the idea that the Muslims do want to take over a section of the West by political domination, which is real.
colonization, yeah.
Hold on. I have something saved for this. And it's a topic, it's a very, it's the stages of Islamic conquest. Now, take this website as a grain of salt, but we've known about how they do it. Like, for those who don't know, in Texas, here, we have had these organizations. There's a whole discussion on this, by the way. This is a very old concept. We've known about this. Sorter, you've been in Europe.
Yeah, granted, in one of the few countries that's not extremely accepting of Muslims.
So,
For
stage
historical
one is
reasons.
this is an actual real thing. Now, I'm going to get into this eventually. It's like if I ever get into the actual discussion on if I get into the actual discussion when we are going to have it on, sorry. Oh, God, get the guy's name. Gramsci.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When we do, that's going to be very complicated for folks. And you're going to learn a lot. You will learn a lot from this is stages of Islamic conquest. What's funny for Europe is the 4 stages: infiltration, consolidation of power, open war with leadership and culture. What does this sound like? Tell me if this is wrong. Totalitarian Islamic theocracy is stage 4. Most people are right here. Some people are right here at stage 2.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have power, at least not full power in any place yet.
What would you say, like France?
France is. Um, hmm.
France and the
France
UK.
is like maybe has a few years until they have the power,
Hmm.
but there definitely is like enough of a voting bloc there to possibly pass like an Islamic party, maybe by next election. In Britain, it's probably similar, maybe less so, but in Britain, the party that will be the Islamo leftist party is going to be the Greens. That's what it looks like now, because Labour kind of rejected the pro-Palestine side,
Hmm.
and then your party, which was a fucking thing that got created by Corbyn, and a few others, seems to have sunk already before even
So
making
yeah,
it.
a lot of this, what we are talking about now, is a theory about. If you're not familiar with it, is how Islam comes to dominate a culture. Basically, they get in, and this has been a look.
You could explain it in a few maybe more steps, as in, let's say Muslims, although this doesn't necessarily only work for
Oh,
Muslims.
because okay, let me say this for Europe, Saudi Arabia views because the Dubai has already cut off funding for people moving to. They're been cutting off funding for people who have moved to Europe. They're realizing that the ones moving to Europe are very radical.
Yeah, and they get radicalized.
Very quickly.
If you see like countries like in the Gulf, they're
And
generally slowly, but
by the way, this feed will
pretty
feed goes
slowly,
into
but
the Iran
they are doing
because
it.
this is why the Saudis haven't stepped up to go after us on Iran because they want Iran gone too.
Even Turkey hasn't stepped up. Though Turkey generally plays, depending on what they can do and what they can't.
So normally you find that now here's the thing about the Iran attack. When I heard about it, I'm like, I happened to be doing the Dune Landsrod bullshit last week. It's like all life shits off, and there's a reason. It's been a very big part of life, and gets into discussion later on. And we get into gaming streams later on, but I burnt myself out on Dune. The Iran attack is Trump tested the waters, I think, a long time ago by potentially taking out their facilities. So,
Yep, with the B2s.
yep. Now, here's the thing about it. If it's kind of strange as of today, China and Russia really aren't sanctioning the US. Okay.
I mean, realistically speaking, What the sanctioning does to someone is that if everyone sanctions you, then you have a problem. If two countries do it, you're not going to have that massive a problem.
Oh, my favorite part in this is they decided to. Do you know the interesting part to the whole thing is
Mm-hmm.
you know who the Islamic Republic of Iran ran to get involved? They said they said to the they actually said to the UN in the human rights, our human
Yeah.
rights are being violated. I'm like, no, you did not.
Our human rights are getting violated. Never mind that we passed a law that makes it legal to marry a 9-year-old. And we killed a few thousand protesters. That's also that didn't happen.
Oh yes, prior to the attacks during the Olympics, everyone said that it was said that he would not probably strike Iran during the Olympics. Basically.
Yeah.
That's kind of what everyone thought. I'm not too shocked it happened. We weren't sure when it was going to happen, though. And the Ayatollah was killed. We do know.
Yeah, there's pictures of him. So yeah.
It got confirmed by the world. And we don't know how much. It's still like every day they're just trying. They're not trying to cover up that the Ayatollah was struck. Like, it's more interesting that a lot of the governments they had already been having. So this is kind of developing, basically. Let me see if I can find a couple of sources. Supposedly, we got the Supreme Leader. We got a couple of the other mullahs. And
I think the leader of the Revolutionary Guard or something like that.
Yes. I'll have to look because we killed. And the funny thing is, yes, we did strike a school. Okay? But why does a fucking IRA base have a girls' school?
Because Middle East.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Insert joke here.
To be honest, I think the Israelis do it too, and the Palestinians. Is that just a thing in the Middle East?
Are basically universal.
Yeah.
See, the Iranians are keeping it really secret about who was killed. So the Iran's defense minister, commander-in-chief, see, we don't know of the mullahs that were killed recently. That's the bigger deal. My favorite, by the way, are... It's like a leadership decapitation.
Granted, I will say the state they have is probably large enough that they will be replaced.
Yes.
Maybe not immediately, just to, not draw attention to anyone specifically.
It's the loss of the mullahs are going to be the heavier blow. which, if you don't know about Iranian power structure, it's very largely, it's, the president has zero power. Like,
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
like a ceremonial position.
it's the mullahs which really run the country. And it sounds weird, but also the thing that makes the modern Iranian regime dangerous, and everyone has kind of known it unironically, is actually the thing that's making it worse is the fact that the original Ayatollah Khomeini, basically forbade the worship of the 13th Imam. Do you know who the 13th? Do you know the legend of the 13th Imam? Sort of.
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
So, 13th Imam is, in their tradition, very close to how Protestant Christians view rapturists.
All the Apocrypha.
Yes. So during the council that helped found Islam by Muhammad, there was a young 13th Imam that disappeared. Basically. And unironically, the sign of the end times for them is the fact of when he returns. His heralding is supposed to bring about the return of Muhammad. So, and a lot of these people have been empowered now in Iran. Now, knowing this about how the Muslim world kind of works to its own reasoning. I mean, for God's sakes, has everyone forgotten about Saudi Arabians randomly bombing their southern neighbors in Yemen? Yes, they have.
Yep.
Basically, which is a ghetto over there where a bunch of terrorists have been attacking people in the streets for a very long time. Huh.
I mean, people accept it and move on. Kind of how it happens.
This is what I've said about the Saudis. The Saudis are not like 100% our allies. They
like money. That's kind of the main reason they're allied with the West, let's say.
I mean, it goes into later on if we ever talk about, like, they're behind a lot of investments. Inadvertently, they're the ones saving a lot of Western industries because they like making money. That's the big deal. Like,
yep.
It sounds weird.
They like making money, and that's why they also don't like war and terrorism, because it drives away the money.
And never forget that Bin Laden was one of the, but they also, it's a family that has a harem basically for leadership, which sounds weird. They have a harem entirely for leadership of positions. It's literally like, oh, there's a prince for a prince, basically. And they all, and even at their worst, they're still the richest bastards on the planet.
Yeah.
That's the weird part about it. Like, Bin Laden was also a Saudi prince. Not in
Hmm.
direct line for the throne, may I mind you.
That's why he studied in London, I think.
But yeah, this goes along the lines of if you ever see a lot of stuff that's happening, it's pretty quiet. I guess Trump is trying to wait out to see if the okay. It was done by the Israelis, and like I was telling someone goes, well, he's just gonna strike these people. I'm like, he isn't gonna strike anyone without a council approval. He had to go to a lot of people to get approval. You weren't just doing the whole you can't just take out in the modern era. You need a council. It wouldn't surprise me if China gave their reluctant approval. Seriously. But then again, China wouldn't have done it because China.
I don't think so. Yeah, because they had invested quite a bit into Iran.
Oil is their. Let's see, oil was their price. Well, people forget. I've said this for a while with the Chinese. It's very much the case of they are very close to. How would you put it? They, as much as they value money, it's as much as they view other nations as piggy banks. If anything else, they view them for what you can do for us. And every nation's done it because a lot of people will think that the Chinese are very benevolent. Not really.
I don't know who would think that.
No, don't say that. There's a bunch of fucking Democrats who do. We know some of them, like Deb. Deb is a state boot person. You will argue with me on this, but you know I'm right.
He's like, I've told you, like he's
Destiny, Hassan. Hassan does it too.
I don't think either Destiny or Dev would be pro-China. Hassan, 100%.
So if Russia took over the United States, he wouldn't be cheering?
Who?
Hassan or even Destiny?
Destiny,
Dev
no.
Wouldn't say base?
Probably, because, he's very anti-Russia still. Hassan, it depends, I guess. I don't think Hassan has morals, so I don't think he'd have any reason to not be happy. Just because the only problem would be because, Putin is not like communist. So
Then again, if anyone knows about Russian communism, I mean, it was always a fucked up government. Power always floats to the top, basically.
I mean, yeah, you can't really have a stateless, moneyless society.
I mean, socialism has failed everywhere it's been tried. So, I mean, for the most part, you can make the argument that Tito scared. Actually, it is funny. Do you know who Tito was?
Yep.
The only little dictator who could scare the living shit out of Stalin. I may be butchering the name, but it was a little republic. And
well, it was Yugoslavia.
Yeah, Yugoslavia, yes. So yes, I remember the nation.
Tito was a not good person.
No, he was not. He was not a good person. But he scared
He
the shit out of
founded
Stalin.
our communists when we had a civil war. That was nice.
What? He backed the communists while you guys had a civil war? Really?
Not just backed them, he essentially created them.
Wow. See? God damn it. This is like the people, the little shit you never hear about, like, in the past. It's like, oh, God. See,
Yeah, they had a deal essentially bring Greece under the Soviet bloc after essentially overthrowing the Germans,
Uh-huh.
and that didn't work. So they had to start a civil war,
Are you
and
telling
that
me, are
also
you
didn't
telling
work.
me, are you telling me communists cannot be trusted? They back other revolutionary movements?
It's more so that communists will pick other communists of their own countrymen, and they will kill and bomb their own countrymen to have socialism and betray their country.
Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't this concept called the useful idiot? Oh, that happens later on. They take over and then they kill the useful idiot.
Yeah, the useful idiots are usually, well, we all know who they are.
Okay, for people who don't know, usually when the Soviets would take over an area, they would have, like, people who helped them do the revolutions. I've often jokingly said Dev would be a useful idiot. Everyone else has said this about Dev for years. Dev
well,
would be a useful idiot.
it's also like when the revolutions first happened in Russia and then Germany, they weren't necessarily just communist revolutions at the start, but the
They just
communists ended
became
up on
that.
top. The liberals had usually helped them.
Would you say with the progressives at the time helped them? Because early people forgot about early progressives.
Yeah. Granted, those progressives were also usually Marxists, so they
I
were.
don't know. They say communism killed more people in the 20th century. People forget progressivism did a toll too. The progressive movement is what gave rise. See, Sorter might be young, but he's educated like I am. He is we know of Gramsci, we know of a lot of these early movements. People forget what progressives actually are. They really don't. They don't care from which way politics flows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like corn.
They're
Because that
in
was corn's corn.
everywhere. And then when you ask people, do you like having your they're like, do you like having your stuff basically co-opted? Well, progressives, oh God, I was listening to something. I'm actually hearing Democrats mention harm reduction fallacy. Harm reduction openly.
Well, they've always done that,
God,
right?
I'm like, all the buzzwords I've warned them about for years, right?
Well, when they give clean needles to drug addicts.
Basically,
And
the
they,
thing is, the reason why I think the Democrats are silent on Iran and China is largely not for the reasons you think. They're silent because, look, Democrats become contrarian. There's literally people who oppose Trump just because it's Trump.
oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
And that's a lot of the people who have been backing Iran. Enemy of thy enemy is thy friend. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, Iran has been thinking, it's like, do you really think if push comes to shove, China would protect North Korea?
Nope.
Why?
Because the Chinese care about themselves and their domination, not Korea's.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they are making money and they keep buying up stuff and they keep getting a controlling interest in many, many countries, that's to their benefit. Wars, active wars or not.
I mean, but they needed Iran for the oil.
Yeah, but it's not like they can do something now.
I mean,
What they could do is essentially fund revolutionary groups after the US has established a new, like a new state, let's say new institutions and et cetera, et cetera.
but this is also the thing that it's interesting that the Russians may not have responded either because they're still embroiled in the
In the Ukraine, yeah.
in Ukraine, basically.
I mean, it's very obvious why the Russians wouldn't. It's fairly obvious about the Chinese.
Well, you know what's funny is if I ever can find the firm articles in position to talk about it, it's coming out that the Chinese have been the ones backing DEI and all of that mess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obvious that they would have had their hands on a lot of that stuff, considering
They've actually been moderately fucking with basically the West for ages. Like,
yeah, I mean, the Soviets were doing it, so, it would make sense that the Chinese are also doing it.
well, that's
It's
the thing
also
with
coming out that there's also a lot of stories coming out now with people being found out to be Chinese spies or be suspected of being Chinese spies.
what was it? One of the Democratic people were openly in a relationship with
Yep.
what was it, Fang Fang, right? No? I think her name was Fang Fang.
I'm not sure. I don't remember the name. I just saw the story. But it's been like a few people in, what was it? I think military, maybe Navy, maybe Air Force. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
In America, in Britain, over here, there's been and that's like in the last couple of months.
Oh yeah, they've done the CCP has basically retained their power for a while. They're basically all but the thing, and this goes with Iran. Iran, it's very interesting. I think Trump and them are going to see what shakes out over there. But like technically, if you look at what he did with Venezuela, we gave power to the socialist woman under Maduro.
Yep.
And I did find a story recently. We're not letting them be. We're letting them sort out their own. the only thing they're giving us is some of the oil stuff. Like they sent 50 million barrels of oil to us to help go back into our reserve. So, and we are going to, against our own detriment, rebuild their infrastructure. It's going to be like rebuilding Africa, basically.
Well, it's not going to be that bad, but
Well, we're just going to pray they don't tear down the refineries as soon as something foul doesn't happen.
it's like South American countries are, or Latin countries, whatever, kind of a bit more stable, let's say.
Yeah,
They're
Iran
not
has more. Here's the thing: Trump did not want to get rid of the Persians. The Persians, despite a look, are a very noble people.
Yeah.
They are extremely noble people with a good heritage.
But I've seen like conflicted stuff about this, because I've seen a lot of people that support, what is going on now in Iran, and I mean Persians.
Well, you got to bear in mind that generation has only known the Ayatollahs.
Yeah, at least a good chunk of them that weren't like born before the 50s, let's say, that aren't boomers. Gen Xers and later would have been born into that regime. But the Shah also was not good.
No, the Shah's son is who fucked us over.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who don't like him, which makes sense as to why Trump did not pick him to essentially take over, because that would not go well.
He's childless too, and he doesn't have an official heir.
Yeah.
So
but,
the line of succession, and plus it would be too hard to restore the monarchy.
Yeah, because most people there are not exactly favorable towards it.
No. Iran, the Iranians and the Ayatollahs arguably have been some of the most extreme people to come out of the Middle East. Like, they were the ones trying to undermine our efforts in basically the Middle East for a very long time. As soon as we tried to do something, like Iraq was largely fucked up by that. As soon as we took out Saddam, they moved in. I hate to say that to people. You think, oh, Bush took them out. Nope. I would have made the argument years ago that if Saddam Hussein was the one keeping the Iranians in check to a degree.
Yeah, there's like a good chunk of, let's say, these dictators, when they take them out, quite oftenly way worse people take their place.
It's a regional power vacuum.
Yeah. The same thing happened with Libya and Gaddafi.
Didn't work. Yeah, it's
just a mess now. It's just war.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if you call it just that. It's awful. It's like, I look at it like, oh, this stuff, it's because people think US wants regime change. Which, I mean, we will know it. It's like, yeah, the CIA will do this. But it's not in middle of the night. Like, they... Look, if they wanted to get rid of a president, they could. Look, they could have done it. It doesn't change the era. I mean, sometimes the CIA is clean, sometimes it's very dirty. Actually, but they're not going to have 100% foolproof. They're largely small operations, or cells that gather information. And every time they're found out, they're dead.
Yep.
What was the series? Do you remember the series? I think it was Homelands.
Homeland?
Yes. It had the female... it was the female CIA officer with Brody, who the U.S. turned over. Like, basically he had killed, like, an Iranian official, and then they just turned him over to the Iranians, and then the Iranians hung him.
Yeah, I had seen a bit of it, like, back in the day.
Yes. Great show, by the way. Great show. Cable show. And it's interesting how a lot of politics has come full circle, basically. But we're not really screwing with Iran. We just took out the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah was saber rattling. Now,
To be honest, the Iran stuff has a good chance of getting blown up into something way bigger. With
yes, because
with Hezbollah now firing towards the British bases in Cyprus.
There has been some fallout from it. We've had a couple of consulates attacked that we had to fend off, but Trump reinforced them with local military. Unlike Benghazi, by the way.
It's kind of still in the middle. It's kind of difficult to say what will happen. I know we have sent like ships and planes close to Cyprus because we are essentially Cyprus's military.
Okay. Personally, if you destabilize Iran, you're looking at a situation that I would arguably say, I've discussed this with you before, but if you people who don't know this, it's like was taking out Bashar al-Assad, the guy who was over Syria. The Syria revolution did a lot of damage, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was gonna happen anyway. I think there were a lot of people that were pro-Assad, but there were also a lot of people that hated him because he had done some bad stuff.
Another television show. Do you remember television show The Tyrant?
I think so. Which one is that?
Tyrant. It was a doctor who goes to rule a Muslim country. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think the show ends with him getting deposed, something like that, I swear. Yeah, that's...
Assad had quite the car collection, by the way.
Well, to be honest, when you talk about Look, I say, and I still attest to this day, The only reason we never found weapons of mass destruction were because Assad took them. We found evidence in the tunnels. There were tunnels that went to Syria. We also gave Saddam enough time to take away his. We gave him enough time back before we removed him to basically for him to hide. So it is going to be interesting because the repercussions for attacking Iran is some people in Islamic states have attacked our consulates, which is to be expected.
Yeah, and there was like that shooting that with the guy with property of Allah shirt.
But this is not on domestic soil. This is happening in unstable areas that were already unstable.
The shooting did happen in Austin, I think.
Oh, yes, that's right. The black man in Austin, I believe.
Yeah, the African man.
I pulled that story, yes. I was like, what the fuck is this story? It came across my timeline. They said it may have been motivated by Iran.
I think he did have, it turns out, okay, I don't have a source for this, so take it with a grain of salt. But I do think I saw that he probably had an Iranian shirt underneath the other one.
Yes.
So it's, and not the Ayatollah, but who was it?
Here it is. This story had just broken earlier this week.
Yeah, like a bit after they killed the Ayatollah.
Here, this story.
Yep.
This story, it was a black man basically shot in Austin. I had the story bookmarked because I was going to follow it up. But I'm like, I was waiting to hear about it. So, and this is being investigated by the government for a terrorist related. So, give or take. Yes. That's the domestic. The only reason I did not consider that is because we're still waiting on evidence. I mean...
Yeah, it's like, it's a possibility.
You know what I mean? It's like saying Nancy Pelosi's husband attacker was, it's like saying he... Oh, God. Do you even remember the story who they said he was connected to?
Yep.
Like, personally, I still say that was a gay sex deal gone wrong. But my grounds for saying that is because have you ever heard a robbery where the window was broken from the inside out?
Was there evidence for that?
Yes, there was. And it got fucking buried.
Yeah, I know. I only like kind of mostly the
much about that case that
the meme version of that story.
Buried. It got buried, forgotten about.
To be honest, like most stories do, because stuff comes out at such a pace that people can't, you can't keep up, right? You can't keep up with like fucking 50 continuously evolving stories.
Well, there's also the narrative, because if you take into account the narrative, like there was a story, I followed it as well, and the only reason I knew about it because I heard about it. The area around El Paso went on lockdown with the airport. So I have a friend that I played Division with back in the day, and I still talk to him. He now works as a PMC out there. I asked him, "Is this true?" And he goes, "No." And he goes, he checked with his people. They had locked down basically over there. Now, it turns out the government switched their story about 3 times. Some said it was a drone attack officially by the cartels, other people. So there can be misinformation. There can be redirection. If that makes sense. It can happen. And
It definitely can.
And
Yeah.
bear in mind, but I go off the first story I heard. Usually in military, the first stories are the most accurate stories. That's why the Fox News ticker used to be the most honest thing ever. You know what I mean? Because
because they haven't gotten. It's usually the more honest, and then they usually refine it over time.
And we still, to this day, do not know about the full El Paso. I thought it was like a bioweapon that broke out at a airport. Why they had to isolate it. I'm like, I can't even think back because I was talking with a friend. I'm like, I had to be gaming in the morning, and when it happened, because they announced that at like 3 or 4 in the morning, basically. And the administration ordered it locked down. Now, unironically, if you don't know anything about El Paso, that's also where Fort Bliss is. Fort Bliss has been a major forward deployment base for everybody, for us, for years. I don't know if you heard recently, we also took out a cartel leadership, and it's leading to a bunch of Mexicans and other cartels killing each other on a massive scale looking for power.
Yep. It's causing Mexico to Mexico.
Yes, it is. One entire province is on literal fire. And quite literally, it goes to show there is no stability in Mexico. I've said this for a while. It's a narco state. It's like the same thing. It's like if we actually took out Putin, I would have actually been very curious. What would have happened to Russia if the general took over Russia? Do you remember that little mini revolution that everyone forgot about?
Yeah, Prigozhin.
Yes.
I do not think that. I don't know.
Well, to be honest, he would have had a hell of a time trying to gain control of that city.
Every time there's been like a takeover in Russia, they have had to pretty much take over the entire country again. It happened when the Soviets did it, because after they took over, pretty much a good chunk of the bigger territories around Siberia just went rogue.
What was it? No, it's because Moscow. You see what Ukraine is? Moscow is built like a fortress. Basically. And it's hard to take it out. Because people forget Tehran is still a beautiful place. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Basically. People forget that.
It's not like some third world shithole.
No, it is
the point.
It is a beautiful place. It still retains a lot of its architecture. So it's not like we wanted to destroy it. Now, Trump did not do just bomb. I'm surprised they didn't take out the headquarters of the IRGC.
Maybe they couldn't for some reason, I would assume.
I guess. Well, what would that have set in motion, anyways? I mean, you basically let the people decide their fate. Then you really have an entire revolution on your hands, where blood is literally on your hands. So Iran is in an interesting situation because we just took out the leadership, and in turn, it's been this weird thing of, we cannot lock down all of these places. Like, to be honest, like, a lot of Islamic terrorism thrives in basically, it thrives because the fact that because look, Pakistan was pissed at us, so be it. You know what I mean? Pakistan.
Yeah.
But like, Europe wasn't mad at us condemning us either. How odd. Right?
Some countries were, at least.
But this is the same way. A lot of people just want to oppose Trump to oppose Trump. I'm going to be very
honest. I don't think this is one of those cases. Besides Spain. Spain is...
everybody, but look, everyone knows that Iran was a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. It's just like... I am against a war happening there, because I know that if a war happens there, well, the people going to go, they're going to go to Europe.
They're going to flood Europe, and you guys already got a lot.
Yep. And unless something goes through and let's say international law relaxes and says, you can just shoot them when they come.
God,
it's going to be bad.
You're already talking about a generation of... By the way, most Iranians, I'm not saying this, they've grown up in the Ayatollah's regime. So they are probably very prone to very radicalized Islam.
And the ones that hate the Ayatollah
all have already fled.
Either have fled or are not so great in numbers that they could do anything or even matter, really.
I mean, they've already converted most of the populace. That's kind of the problem. Which sounds weird. It's basically like, give a regime control long enough, they're going to control the population.
I'll kill them.
Or they're going to find them out and kill them. I mean, what is it with... It's kind of, idiocracy. So, the Iranian attack has been very interesting. It's very quiet. It's they're also trying to get the UN involved, and that's going to go bog itself down, basically.
Yeah, because the UN right now is underfunded.
Okay, the UN, I'm going to make an analogy. They are now becoming, if they weren't the League of Nations prior, they already are. Okay?
Yeah.
The League of Nations was the one set up by Woodrow Wilson to ensure there will never be another war. Lo and behold, the crumbling of the League of Nations was the reason why. It's not the leading. It was a sign of why the World War II started happening. The buildup happened.
I mean, a good chunk of why World War II happened is because of the end of World War One.
And then you also had the other one. You also had the League of Nations couldn't do its job. It wasn't doing its job. And the UN's been a de facto shitty place for years. Like, literally. Like, come on.
Yeah, essentially they're just like
glorified.
No more. War, just yeah, but hadn't fucking Zoe Quinn and what was it, Brianna gone to talk? No, not Brianna.
Well, no. The funny part
Anissa
is the
Sarkeesian.
UN's also been behind a lot of like globalist bullshit for a while as well.
Yeah, globalist, SJW, that kind of stuff.
For God's sakes, we're about to touch on the gaming thing after this. They brought the head. By the way, I feel very justified when I say the Helldivers community, devs, hate their community. By the way.
Yeah, I think that's fairly obvious.
I swear they do. Like, they are the ones when, basically, when one of the lead devs, which is known as, I've talked about him before, he's a shit poster in his own right, went before the UN or said it. He got brought in as a UN ambassador. And he said, yeah, and him and other devs were like, yeah, we got an entire group of people to basically act like fascists. It's like,
yeah, that's what fascism is.
I'm so glad I never fucking got
fascism is hating robots and bugs.
No, we converted the entire human. I will admit, though, the fucking LARPing for Helldivers is cringe.
It's kind of funny. It depends on how like how far it's taken against.
Okay, people who are not familiar with it, it's nothing against the Helldivers community. Nothing. Look, they got a lot of people. It's not like, oh, Halo was a thing and they cosplay as a Master Chief.
Yeah, or Spartans. Yeah,
they want to be Spartans. Okay, fine. No, this goes worse. Also, the cope amongst the YouTubers. Oh my. Okay, see, gaming is where I'm about to start. Now, this will be the last one. So, gaming. We have gotten blessed with... Okay, we have basically gotten blessed this year. I have been enjoying Neo 3. Yes, is it a pain in my ass? Yes. I did not expect to be bogged down in Dune for like 2 weeks. Come to find out as well, Division's going to do a mini season, and one of the people who play it go, we're just going to do a 4-week season. I'm like, yeah. By the way, that is the most retarded thing devs can do. It's so we're going to have it is the 10th anniversary of Division 2, by the way. just for the record. Yeah.
God, it's been 10 years.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Yes, I have played Division. That has been the game. That is my generation game. Some people play GTA for a very long time like it's brand new. I play Division like it. So take it for what it's worth, right?
Yeah.
But we also had, I'll bring this up to show, because we had also the marathon. Now, I played Division 2, not Division 2, but Destiny 2, right up until Season of the Deep. Because the game is, if anything, if not repetitive. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you get the idea. And I know those devs are going to screw the pooch, basically, because this is also the game that they stole assets from somebody, but it's an extraction shooter in what, 2026?
Yep.
Now, let's touch on the first failure.
Oh, by the way, give me a moment. I'll be right back.
You're good, I'll cover. So, the first major failure of 2026 was highguard. Highguard is basically the game Jeff Keighley promoted. And even when I watched the Game Awards, I was like, what is highguard? I'm like, this looks like Apex Legends. And I'm like, okay, you're giving this a prime spot? Now, it's come to find out that this is Jeff Keighley, basically, and other journalists who were hyping it up, who got their hands dirty. And the issue itself is highguard. And then there's also the thing with studio, and something I'll be covering later is the lawsuit. There's always been there's a massive lawsuit about highguard. So the thing about, you could arguably say that the concept is there, like it shouldn't be. Like highguard is also that point of, yeah, you let them cook. Okay. I mean, I'm also of the mindset they have a product on their hands which is roughly good. Is it out of place? Is the question. Highguard is basically Apex Legends. So some people called it. And it's one of those games, I'm not shitting on it because it's easy. It's like, it looked like a mid game to me. Now, it's a game that, it's very weird. It just collapsed. It was being compared to Concord early on. Now, take it for what it's worth. It looks like Concord. It looks like it. Hold on. There's this one. Let me find 1348. 1348 EX is also another one that I was excited for it because, okay, if anything, I like medieval games. It's not impossible, okay? medieval games have their own place. Sword and shield combat is sometimes my go-to. Okay, so setting the stage for it, I'll pull up these trailers. The idea is 1348. You also got Marathon. The demo didn't do so hot. Well, that's also because
And a pack.
you're good. So it had a lot of good. There's games like Highguard was promoted by Jeff Keighley, and they gave it a spot basically at the Game Awards. Most of us asked why. Look, the Game Awards are mid at best on good days. And they basically, so why did Marathon, why did Highguard look like shit at you at launch? Sort of.
Why did it look shit at launch?
Why did you not like it?
Honestly, I hadn't watched too much of it, but
did you think it was going to be good, or did you think it was going to be bad?
No, it looked like slop.
Why did it look like slop to you? Slop.
It's kind of a tricky question, but it just... It was just Overwatch. Sorry, Overmeme. But, like a modern version of it, I guess.
Oh, by the way, how do you like the fact that now Burnt Peanut got himself into trouble because he said, let Marathon cook, or else we're going to keep getting Call of Duties. I'll touch on that too. Oh God, that was good.
Oh God, yeah.
But anyways, Highguard was also the meme because it got promoted by Jeff Keighley.
I think I had a thing on that saved somewhere.
If you do have an article. And then a bunch of other people promoted it. And it was... Oh, yes. And the thing is, what did you make of the studio, as well as... I'm kind of curious about the lawsuit for it. What's going to wind up happening? Because apparently they're saying, oh, we didn't sell out. No, that's the Ashes of Creation. Because a lot of the devs got canned afterwards. Sorry, the Ashes of Creation stuff is going on as well. Oh God, the Ashes of Creation stuff is... Yes. So, I got this written down. All right. So, Bungie, basically. All right. I'll get to here in a second. Highguard. Highguard was shown during it. It looks like a good concept. And by the way, I've heard good stuff about the 5v5, but the 5v5 has already gone away, basically. And what happened is the people who were doing Apex Legends they took their name off that they worked on Apex Legends and Titanfall. You heard about that, right, Sorter? You go with K2.
No, I'm here.
Did you hear about that? They
Yep.
took off their... Like, this game looks like it would be fire, right? Like, do you remember the hype around, what was the Blizzard game?
I don't know. Like, personally, I
It
just
looked
don't
like
like.
Apex Legends? Okay.
It's just
So
not my kind of game.
So basically, the game has like 4 different modes. Fortress defense, you got to take the sword, slam the sword in. It starts a siege mode, right? Basically.
Uh-huh.
And then you have to stop it. It's like 4 little mini modes, right? Some people have said it was way too complicated, if that makes sense. So, but look, I'm not going to shit on Jeff Keighley for if this is the game he could play and he liked. We all know Jeff Keighley is not a gamer. Right? We all know it.
Yep.
And the Steam numbers tanked for this game. By the way. And it was dead on arrival. See, this isn't dead on arrival, but it should be dead on arrival. By the way. This game looks like crap too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. God.
Don't let the trailer fool you. We know this is going to be ass, okay?
Well, the trailer is CGI. This is,
Oh yeah, they
as
caught
CA
shit
just does.
for this, by the way, that they use CGI.
CGI, I mean, it's like cutscenes, right? Yeah, well,
by the way,
that.
This is what the launch looks like in-game. But just so you know, this right here. Oh, how do I know? Well, I can't wait. So, highguard, it's that weird moment that it tanked. Uh-oh. March actually played 1348. Oh boy. I'll get to that later. So, I'll show this. This is a game I was excited for. Basically.
This is why I just don't get excited for games. You hear an interesting idea. Then maybe you see like a new key trailer.
I wishlist the game.
And then it just ends up like this.
That's a very bad video. Let's go with the story trailer. Let's pray to God this buffs. Look, I saw this trailer during the Game Awards. I said, I hope it's good. All right. Immediately when we saw the night bowl cut, because prior to starting, I discussed this. Joan of Arc, if you know anything about historical Joan of Arc, she wasn't depicted with long hair. She did cut her hair off when she went into battle.
Yep.
No one has an issue with a female knight. No one.
It's not like they were common, but a couple of them had existed.
Hell, I named my paladin in T4 after one. There are famous ones. There's famous knights. But they were very small.
Mm-hmm. It's just like women warriors were never really common, but they were around. It's not
See, supposedly, by the way, this is a lesbian relationship too. It's not that she's just a butch lesbian. But the thing is, I think this game was greenlit and probably inspired by Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah, but I don't know for who.
See, basically, it's Revenge de Lesbian. Okay? It's literally in the trailer.
Yeah. Like, maybe there's like a couple of people that both liked Kingdom Come Deliverance and want that kind of a story. But I don't think there's more than a couple.
Kingdom Come Deliverance doesn't have really a gay storyline to it. Not officially. Now,
Yeah,
I
it's not like
was
the main
jarred by
part.
the graphics, but I liked the look of the premise. You could see why it sold people. Right? Look, the demo, I'll buy it on deep discount. And will I play it as cringe? Probably. Like, people have been shitting on it. But the demo itself it's one of those games, like, I think the devs, like, this is the gameplay. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Look, what does this look like? Basically, it looks like, if you know anything about... Oh my god, yes, sorry. I didn't have audio. See, this is literally... By the way, what is it with these animations? By the way.
Yeah, they're very janky.
This is jank as jank gets. Okay, can I make this sword fight joke?
The average lesbian couple.
God damn it! Sorry. The sword
Though
fight.
usually it's punches.
What? Oh no, that's worse.
Yeah, there's like jokes about
demo out. By the way, what I do like for 2026, we at least do have demos of video games.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to try it so you don't have to buy it and then refund it. For the record.
Yeah, the demos are generally pretty good.
So it looks like it's a good game, even despite the lesbian story. You know what I mean? But it's very...
Yeah, like if you ignore the very wrong thing about her being a nun and a lesbian, which, yeah, that's
like, if you ever played Kingdom Come Deliverance, you know what's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, though I suspect this would be a lot more janky.
Oh, I can just tell it looks janky. I don't gotta be told. How do you think I know? I know.
Yeah, if even like the the normal animations look that janky, like the cutscene animations look
That's
that janky.
him swiping left to right.
God.
Hold on, make sure I had to reload. Oh. Uh-oh, my system froze.
Oh.
Not good. Oh. Sorry.
Is it everything frozen or just Chrome or the browser?
I don't use Chrome.
Yeah.
If I said I'm having to redo Gear and Neo decided to.
Well, yeah, that looks like it was a bit more than just the browser. As you said, yeah. Let me see what's going on. We'll see, I guess. I'm not even sure how to fill the air because we were in the middle of a combo and that just happened. But yeah, god damn, that looked pretty fucking janky. Which is not uncommon these days, unfortunately, for fairly big releases.
God. You know,
Welcome back.
As I say, it's look. If you ever see me, the reason why I get really angry at Neo, and when the boss fights start lagging the fuck out, you know why. It's just a fucking graphic mess, and it does the whole compiling shaders BS. And I'll deal with it later. So, fucking Christ on a stick. Fuck. I really hope it didn't undo everything of me dismantling gear, because I had a full inventory that I had to go clean out. So yeah,
Yeah.
that game is
Yeah.
it's fun, but it being locked to 60 FPS is a curse, for the record.
I don't know if it was unlocked or locked to like 180, if it would be better, because it would be using even more resources at that point.
I'm at the point I kind of want it done because, look, I want to do another playthrough of it, but Christ on a stick, it is 113 gigs. Certain areas run like ass, and then it's giving me the vibes of Arkham Asylum. I enjoy Arkham Asylum, but Arkham Origins. Sorry, Arkham Origins was fucking garbage. By the way, in the aspects of the graphic system, it was utterly trash. The Bane fight is a bitch for multiple reasons because there's 3 cutscenes. For the record. You basically thought that you could combine cinematic engines, but details. So, anyways, back to this. So, yes, 1348. So, screws up momentum. All right. So,
That happens.
yeah. StreamYard also, there's something about streaming with multiple windows and randomly. Look, Microsoft updates are really, really janky too, because I didn't. Now, my thing is, I did not restart my computer after the graphics driver update the other day. It's probably not a good plan, so we'll see if this works better down the line.
Well, let's hope so.
Good. I mean, to be honest, so 1348. Let's try this again. So the gameplay where it's not lagging. So
You're fucking popping in the back.
Huh? Oh yeah, this is Unreal 5. Never let it fool you. Unreal pops like a motherfucker, by the way.
The thing is, it's not just Unreal, it's more certain games go for like they make some games like a certain way that just makes everything horrible.
So
and
yeah,
it's not just the engine.
Wasn't the system lagging. This was the actual stuff.
Yeah.
See, they wanted to make Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's what they wanted. How do I know this? Because this shit's in Kingdom Come Deliverance.
If they had chosen to essentially to not make this a story, that story focused, and make it more, you get like a generic NPC, you get a generic character that you can customize at the start, like an RPG, and you go through a story. If they had done that, they would be able to avoid most of the problems with the game.
It would still be a mid-subpar, maybe, title, okay, but it wouldn't have been DOA.
Yeah. This is just a game for nobody. I don't really know anyone that both likes Kingdom Come Deliverance and just a medieval lesbian story that doesn't make sense.
It's literally in the dialogue. You see it on screen. I'm coming. Yeah, well, yeah, no shit. Not only would you be a heretic for being a female knight, you would also get the shit for being a lesbian in medieval. That's why I thought the gay romance in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was just modern audience, by the way.
Yeah, they could have not included it.
Literally, that is Kingdom Come Deliverance armor. Come on. Even I know that.
I mean, it is a similar age.
Well, similar.
Kind of.
Well, okay. Technically, medieval armor like that, but I'll say probably, let's assume they looked at the... Why does the background look like it doesn't move with the character?
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
What's that AI awareness? Okay, yeah. You can shit on Kingdom Come Deliverance.
This is okay. This is not quite like Kingdom Come Deliverance is janky because it's like trying to be at least kind of realistic.
Two, by the way, I love Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, even. But even combat over here isn't janky.
Yeah, this is more. This looks kind of a bit more
okay.
Action RPG, I guess.
To be honest, that looks like where you would jump. Okay? But you shouldn't.
No, it is.
Do not get me started on this. That's so retarded. That there should be a prompt that says you need to push it. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure I agree with that. Mostly because I like games not telling you everything. I'm kind of one of those people that prefers to not have a mini map and a quest log, all that stuff. I don't know why.
I'm assuming that you have 4 guards that's life before it goes into a health bar.
Maybe.
Hold on. Wow, that's a brutal combat system. Oh, that combat system is ass. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay, for those who don't know, do you ever remember the original Lynx games with hearts? Yes?
Wait, you mean the original Zelda games?
With the hearts?
Yeah.
That's what they're using. Why is that your combat system?
Kind of, I guess. I don't know.
But this game, though, is one of the ones talked about. This is the other one, which is just Conan Exiles with pirates, basically. But this game's demo got kind of shit on for obvious reasons. Because it's an LGBTQ plus story in a game that should be generic. Now, if you want to talk about an interesting game being released...
It's more that it's an LGBTQ whatever story in a medieval world that doesn't fucking make sense.
So here is Windrose, by the way. Think of Age of Conan arc with pirates, okay? See what I mean?
Yep.
From what I've heard, it's good. But I'm not
Yep,
a huge survival person.
I've also heard fairly good stuff about it. Looks interesting at the very least.
Look, I don't always shit on video games. It's like I want Total War to be good. Like I want it to be good. Like I wanted 1348 to be halfway decent. Because we don't get a lot of medieval combat games. We really don't.
Yeah.
So you want to enjoy it.
Unfortunately, they seem to more want to make a story that wouldn't make sense for the time.
Oh, I need to bookmark this for Bolty. Sorry. Multi wouldn't have the balls to go over this, though.
I saw something about Connie going
that's an
through
interesting interview. I'll send that to Multi. This looks good. Like, the animations look good.
Yeah, but it's no gameplay.
Its UI looks like ass. Oh my god. Okay, this is how I could tell the models in game. You can tell it, right? What's the actual it? There's the it. That's. By the way, that is the gameplay. Everyone's excited for it. They don't spot the bullshit. This looks like a mobile app. This looks like a mobile. Compare this to Total War 3.
And even Warhammer 3 was like not great.
And it's going to go into the UI. People will go, this is not the UI at the end of battles, right? I want to show you. This is the map, by the way. This is the actual map, how they're going to do the systems.
Yep, it definitely looks like it.
It looks mobile. See, Windrose is good. I think it's going to be good. There's a good survival genre. It's great. Now let's get into the more depressing part. Marathon.
Oh god, Marathon.
Let's get to the trailer first before we get into gameplay. Okay? All right?
Yep.
Let me not shit on it yet entirely. And don't get me started on the shills, basically. Let's be fair to Bungie before I murder them entirely. And Crimson Desert's being released here soon. I'm excited for that.
Can we tell Trump that Bungie's developing nukes?
Okay, fun fact. Here's the funny thing about Marathon. Marathon we've known it's been in development for years. It's like Hyenas was. Oh yeah, by the way, Trump's approval surging. Yeah, see, between the State of the Union and everything else. This is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but it will depend on Iran quite a bit.
So this is the trailer before we get into the gameplay. Because people thought this was going to be a Destiny follow-up. Because if this game just had a story, it would be fine. And it's good setting, right? But this isn't the graphics, by the way. And this has been Bungie's little baby for years.
I do not know why the fuck they would name it Marathon.
No, because Bungie's first game was named Marathon.
Oh no, I know. I know both, like,
Marathon
I know the
was
Marathon
a boomer
trilogy.
shooter, by the way.
I know Pathways into Darkness. This, why? Why? This has nothing to do with it.
By the way, the shills coming out for this game, full force, by the way.
And Marathon was kind of essentially not like immediately, but lore-wise, it was connected to Halo.
By the way, people think this is a successor to they think this is a successor to Destiny because of it looks like a traveler busted in the sky, by the way. And everyone's in EXO, by the way. For the record. This was Bungie's really big project.
Unfortunately.
So it's supposed to be this massive teamwork game. And look, the game doesn't look like this. This is what the game looks like. Get ready for the bait and switch. By the way, this is the menu. Where do we begin? Every extraction shooter ever uses this menu. Roguelikes extraction shooters use this style.
Here it is. I think a part of it kind of looks like Marathon's old UI. I think the equipment. I would have to double check it, but
see, this is the equipment. They took a lot of their weapons designs from Destiny. If you see it.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing. This looks more like Destiny than it does Marathon.
Yes, why didn't you just design Destiny 3? Basically.
Like, Marathon was... It's not like it wasn't colorful, but it wasn't this.
The original Marathon was a boomer shooter.
Yeah. With, like, hidden pieces of lore and stuff like that. There was surprisingly a lot of lore in those games.
So a lot of this is the gameplay.
Marathon was essentially kind of like System Shock. If people are more aware of that.
By the way, this game caused Ninja to break from it. Ninja said this game was ass. See, here's the problem. Fortnite shooters don't sell me. This environment annoys the piss out of me already.
Yeah, it's way too colorful.
It's not just colorful. It looks like something I would see on mobile. Right?
Yeah.
Apparently, people say too and few far between. You can't differentiate AIs from actual people. So,
but one critique I saw of like people critiquing on the game is that, you make a game you make a game colorful. That's how you drive away the chuds, and it's like,
whoa, do you want the fucking SJWs? Not even the SJWs play Destiny 2.
Well, the SJWs don't play video games mostly unless it's fucking Depression Quest.
Yo, is this real? Yo.
Damn.
Wow.
That doesn't exactly bode well for Marathon.
Okay, let's be fair. Look, Fallout 76 has always had low numbers. Even I have admitted that. But not that low. God. Oh, god damn. It's the actual player count right now. It's the actual player count. Can we even find it? I can't spell right now. Shit. Fuck. Thank
Steam
you.
should have it, right?
No, when you have to look up numbers, you have to look up through. When you have to look this up, you have to. Wow.
Oh, Jesus. A 0.
Well, that's because the server slam is offline, basically.
Okay. But still,
So
that's
it
a
peaked.
downward slope.
Boom. This means you got modern Destiny players in here. So this. That's bad.
How much is that in the week?
It
Or
started
is that
off
wait?
143.
Oh yeah, that's
Dipped
max. Okay.
down.
Jesus.
And all the streamers are. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This game only peaked at 167 for the demo. Look, I wanted this game to be good. I really did. Again, who gets it worse? Everyone talks about first-person shooters being shit on. Do you know how badly ARPG people have been shit on for the last decade? Really?
Yeah.
Does anyone know how bad we have been shit on as a player base? Everyone talks about the death of RTSs. ARPG people, they treat us like cash cows, basically. Really is sad. So when I mean by ARPG, I mean action RPG. There's a reason why, like when I said Sacred 2 is a really good game, and I recommend it. The thing about this is, we get, for every good action RPG game, there's about 5 bad ones.
Yeah.
Let's check highguard. Oh god, see, I don't talk out of my ass, by the way. See, this isn't impressive numbers either, because do you know why I say this?
Because I think the first Neo had a
It's a
lot more
very
players.
niche genre of a game. Like when I stream it, I get good views for what it is. What? Because I'm one of the few people streaming it. But it's like playing Yakuza. Not very popular. You know what
I'd say Yakuza is probably more popular because it has like a cult following. I don't think Neo quite has that.
Let me see something. Look, let's just be fair. Let's go to Noya 2. Okay, so Noya 2. 3,000. It's like playing God of War. You know what I mean? Maybe more popular in Asia than anywhere else. So now, arguably, by the way, look, I will take my L. I am blown away by this game's success. I really am. I really thought this was going to be average. But I also said Helldivers community is going to go to this.
And it kind of hasn't.
It hasn't, but it has, but it hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up and down. It's not getting a lot of updates. But it's still, by the way, do we need to get, before I touch on it, by the way, Arch is finally playing this game. Do you know what this game is?
Oh, yeah. Not 4, but I've seen the previous ones.
It's turn-based. Let's see where he is. By the way, God bless Gundam. Gundam played this back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I think I had played a bit of the first one.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting game. The anime and the manga is more interesting. But it's basically turn-based where you position the stuff.
Yep.
Like this. Yeah. It's an interesting combat system. Okay.
Yeah.
And apparently Arch is suffering in it.
Well, you know.
It's okay. I am...
A streamer curse.
So like this is... So this is an interesting... So you get it, right? No, it's not a bad game. Now, just to show... Let's go with the original gameplay. This is Marathon as it was.
Mandalore Gaming, of course it's the fucking first video.
I know that name, but...
He's done like... He does kind of like... maybe meme reviews, but like... He puts jokes in there, but they are generally like very comprehensive.
This is what the original Marathon was. System Shock, basically.
Yeah, a very... I wouldn't say very similar, but you know, they were different games, but essentially the same gameplay. Like both Marathon and System Shock had quite a bit of lore to them. Though Marathon ended up having like 3 games, and then Halo kind of spawned out of it.
He's not as clickbaity as I think he would be. He's more honest. Now,
he's not clickbaity with his normal stuff. He's clickbaity with his like weird... Well, it's not clickbaity, but he does
Protocol, I get why people fell for the trap of it.
Yeah.
Soma is Soma.
he doesn't like make reviews shitting on games, but he has a lot of weird. Well, if you look, there's like.
See, okay,
Um,
Dead Space, Pathfinder,
do you
Weird
see the
West.
eyes at the bottom? That face? That is my profile picture.
Really?
that is a game to behold. The Ring, the Legend of the Nibelungen.
So, when I shit on games, I'm like, okay, I just want good games released. That's all I want. I just want good.
Yeah, like all, even if they're not good, at least make them interesting and okay. At least just make something that people want to play.
It's like I enjoyed Metal Eden. Metal Eden is like Metroid meets like a couple of other games. Mirror's Edge, totally fine. I enjoyed it.
Hmm.
I paid $20 for it. It's like I'm probably gonna get shit on for playing this game, by the way. I'm gonna get shit on for playing Pragmata. I can already see it. You like the lolicon android. Okay.
I mean, the people that do, get off to it. Yeah, that's weird. That's definitely pretty weird. But
By the way, YouTube servers are shitting the bed a lot recently. It's getting really bad.
is it a YouTube thing?
Yes, YouTube has been doing this shit for a long time.
Let me
It's
check.
not ad blocker. It is just YouTube. Literally. YouTube servers need like a cut more RAM into the motherfucker, by the way. I say that with all due respect. Look, it's been this way for a little while. Nope. Might be ad block. Let me see something.
It might be.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Oh, it says not doing it. Still. Okay, I'll find a different one. Might just be the source.
I think your browser also might be kind of lagging or something. Maybe because of the game.
I'm not playing anything. I took it.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like literally. This is. Actually. So yeah, Pragmata. Pragmata is an interesting game. I've heard the QTE is a little bit weird. Basically, just a bit.
yeah.
Actually, what sells me in this here is the. Let me go find the original trailer. Hold on. Pragmata. When I say I shit on games, I like certain games. By the way, so this is the gameplay. Like I expect an interesting story. People go, "This is a little girl." Now, actually, people were comparing this. What's the horror movie with the? What's with the doll?
Oh,
Megan.
yeah. Thing.
It's gonna have the music of Stellar Blade, apparently, but she's basically a little toolbox. basically.
This kind of reminds me of uh, Miura, the guy who created Berserk.
Who does it
He
remind me?
he also had made a manga called Gigantomachia.
See, I'm not adverse to this. It's going to be
Where
interesting gameplay.
yeah, why I'm referencing it is because it had like a big buff dude with essentially what looked like a small child on his back.
See, she's basically like your little toolbox. It's like in Destiny 2 Ghost, basically. By the way, get ready for them to say if you play this, you enjoy lollies. So this is the
It's probably gonna
hacking
happen, yeah.
system, by the way. So you got to do this in the system to break the shields. Like this is going to be getting used to, by the way. Someone said this is annoying. That's why I need to play the demo first. So, look, this was released in a couple of weeks. This is getting released beginning of March, I believe. Hopefully, I don't get bogged down with Crimson Desert. Have you seen anything on it?
Don't think so.
Crimson Desert. So it's going to have a massive open world.
Oh, it's this. Okay. Yeah. There are so many games
hit
that
or
come out.
miss. I feel like I'm taking stuff into my hands to play this very early on. And
I might have to go in like about 10 minutes, by the way.
Good. We're closing this thing out. This is okay.
Yeah.
See, the only thing we're not sure of in this world is about the open world. Now, if it's this massive with fortresses and dungeons, because I'm going to be playing this day one, it's basically looks good. But
Yeah,
then
it looks
again,
fairly good.
combat looks okay. I need to get hands-on with it first. See, the other game I want for PC is Dawn Walkers. But it has that Witcher combat. Because it, unlike 1348, this doesn't have that massive jank to it. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, it could still be kind of janky, but it looks a lot more stable.
But you see the appeal to it.
Uh-huh.
By the way, Skill Up says he doesn't recommend Marathon. But everybody else is glowing it up. But this game I'm going to be playing day one, whether it's good or bad. So,
I mean, hopefully it's good.
it looks good. The HUD looks good. It's not bloated.
Yeah, it's like
very
there's not a
UI.
1,000 fucking things on the UI hiding the screen.
Now, I will admit the graphics, the textures look a little weird. They look a little plasticky.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not like the end of the world. If the game is good, I mean, you can definitely get over the graphics.
By the way, I hate encounters like this. That is most retarded things devs can do. They set you up for fucking failure. By the way,
I mean, it's like like the ambushes that you get in Soulsborne games, where
yeah,
you
it
enter a
happens
room and then like 3 people attack you, like two from behind and like 1 from the
Oh,
front.
you wouldn't
It's
believe
like,
how many deaths I've seen from reference of the people. They've died in Noia, or they die in Neo, basically because they're jumped from the back by something. It's been happening in the new areas. See, Dawnwalker I want to be good too, but see, Dawnwalker is a game that's coming out it's supposed to come out this year, I believe. It's going to have day and night cycles. You have vampire powers and a bunch of other stuff.
yeah, I remember with like that one Nosferatu looking dude or thing, whatever.
Basically, it's a world that vampires rule. And
What should be a better VTMB game than VTMB 2?
what, VTM, the Masquerade?
Yeah.
See, your powers are very different. Like, you have blood powers at night. Combat is different in night and day. I have this game wishlisted. Or if it isn't on Steam. And it's interesting, so to speak. But all in all, it's not like I hate games in general now. It's just there are good games being released. I mean, we just don't have games released this year. We really, really don't. This is a game release schedule for this year. Eugenics, I've heard good stuff about. Resident Evil Requiem, the only reason I don't hate the game. I've watched people play it. I've never been a big modern Resident Evil Silent Hill person. It's funner to watch them play for me. If that makes sense. But I get why they think Grace is a girl boss. By the way. I really do. Oh no, a new Life is Strange is coming out. Oh no.
Jesus. Was that Chloe?
Huh?
Was that fucking Chloe? I mean, I don't think Grace is...
It's a known sequel to the Double Exposure.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Will this be about ice?
No,
will they work this in?
No, it is Chloe. So this is if she survives.
What the fuck?
And you get to do the lesbian love experience.
But the thing is, if she survives, supposedly, wasn't that the plot that if she survives, the town dies?
Gets destroyed.
So how the fuck does she survive?
Oh, by the way, people are hyping this game up. Good luck to you. The Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Oh, look. It's Demon Tides. See, look, there are games coming out. This is how we find out about it. Nope. By the way, before I forget to, High on Life 2 failed horribly. It is a Reddit the game. No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was to be expected, to be honest, but yeah.
Okay. Here's the funny thing. Here's the player count. The player count for I forget about High on Life. Oh my god, it's a terrible game. High on Life makes you question your existence. High on Life 2 makes it worse. This was just released, by the way. The 13th of February. It's dead. Literally was dead on arrival. It peaked at 2,000 players. Slay the Spire 2 early access. Fatal Frame. Oh, that's dropping this month, by the way. John Carpenter. There are games I don't like. But Toxic Commandos? It's co-op. Here. It's a co-op game. Just fucking play, you piece of fucking shit.
Cool. Everything good?
Sorry, just... Let it buffer. I haven't heard this guy's channel in a while. This is Toxic Commandos. Kind of squad-based. It looks really good. Basically.
Yeah, looks like a fun game.
It's co-op as well. 4-player co-op. It's not friend slop either. So, it's kind of like, did you like Alien? Did you like Fire Teams? It's at Fire Teams. Dead Zone Rogue. Yeah, by the way, this is our game release schedule for a while. It's not looking good. Cthulhu might be good.
Yeah. There's a chance that might be good.
No, you're good. That's the game I'm going to be playing in April. That's going to be when the new season drops. But yeah, it's not that I entirely dislike video games. It's just a lot of this is a desert. Somewhere, and even the game that I want to play, Tides of Annihilation, it's not being released. This game was supposed to come out this year. It has not come out. It's nowhere and right here, no date. And you know what? Mark my words, by the way. See, when you get down towards the end of the year, they have no release dates. It's bleak down here.
Yeah.
Bro, no one wants to release. And I swear to God, just release your game next to GTA 6. This game single-handedly, I swear, has ruined game releases for the last 2 years.
Yep.
They need to just either release it. They're killing it. When I mean this, by the way, if you are a fan of Castlevania, this is a brand new Castlevania title. Belmont's Curse, brand new.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of stuff about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's been good stuff. It's just so few and far between. Game schedule release is just that bad. Okay, Wolverine game. There you go. You want your meme? Good Halloween game. No one asked for it. Phantom Blade Zero is the wushu style game. Basically, it's like a Black Myth, and see. So after May is a desert, by the way. So all in all, it's not that I shit on games. It's just I look at what is releasing this year, and I'll go, let me plan out my games. By the way, the graphics requirements on this game are near a joke, for the record. I'll have to close out because I need your reaction to this. Have you ever heard of the requirements for this?
I don't think so.
This is the requirements.
Okay.
Uh-huh. For a Lego Batman game. Yes. By the way. Yeah. 16 gigs of RAM.
You know, just it's the normal Lego game that fuck me.
I don't know. I mean, I don't get it. I kind of want to know. What could I say? Look, systems are cooked. We can't get, if you don't have 16 gigs of RAM, I wish you luck, okay? Like, anyways. YouTube, as I said, is being really lovely right now. It's good at certain times of the day. But, like, when I look at games I'm going to be playing, like, I already have this pre-ordered. So, the only reason I'm not playing it right now is we're supposed to be getting a new season here soon. It's going to be a short season. Like, I want Sora, this game to be good right here. But it's PSN exclusive. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Celesta. But, I mean, right now I have Neo 3 eating my life. So, it's that and Dune. And Dune. So, the thing is, Resident Evil Requiem is good. It's just people hate the grace segments in some of the retcons. If you can get past the grace segments, you'll probably like it. Romeo is a Dead Man released. You're talking about a game that was hyped and got released that no one played. That game was touted last year. But yeah, sorta. We'll have to.
Yeah.
We'll have to. You're not. If you're gonna be free later this week, we might have to go touch on another. But at least I have topics.
Maybe Friday. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yep. As I said, it's just gaming is a desert this year. And I think it's because a lot of games got canceled, and I don't play roguelikes. But a lot of, if you look at these games released this year, it's either Reduxes or everything else. So it's after a point, summer looks gone.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
They're releasing this over the summer. No, Great Circle, the DLC's already out.
There's Bubsy 4D.
All right. I would play this day one, but I ain't paying the price for it. I'll wait. It might not be the worst game in the world, but it ain't going to be the best. That's the James Bond game, by the way.
Yeah.
Gothic 1 remake?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Huh?
That was quite a long time in the making, I think.
Okay. That's a weird game, by the way. Beast of Reincarnation, I'm going to be playing later this year, too. I'll show this where you go, the other. Beast of Reincarnation looks good. It's... Look, you want China to stop making good games? Like, if one thing I like about Neo is the fact that it's it did work. Like, it looks good for what it is. But I wish list it all the same. It's one of those games you got to keep track of. Like, you see the gameplay, right? Yeah, it looks.
Looks very good. But
again, I may bash on gaming, but it looks good. Now, I mean, I accept the Nier Automata vibes that we're being stuck with female pro tags. So, I mean, there are games being released this year that are good.
Anyway, I might have to go now.
You take
We'll
care,
talk later, man.
Yeah, good to see you, Sword. Do you have anything you need to do? Cover?
Not really. Well, we'll cover what
See,
comes
I
up.
have topics. I do have others. I just wanted to hit these. It's also kind of obscene. I'm just trying to clear my game schedule before I start Crimson Desert. I wasn't expecting Neo to take as long.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
It's one of those things.
Well, we'll talk later, man.
You take care.
Bye-bye.
See you. All right. Close out here. And I'm going to go fix my inventory. And Neo 3. I'm pray to God the crash didn't fuck up that. I got to go redo gear before I play again anyways. That game has been an adventure odyssey and a half. I'm in a big boy area now, so it sucks. All the monsters are 100 plus. They're at least 100, and they're going through my armor like nothing, so I need to level it. But I also need to redo values and make sure my defense is good. But what time is it? I'll probably stream something light tonight. I've been playing a lot of Neo. Dune I've been playing a lot of. I'm just letting my tasks build. It's either going to be Division. I might touch upon the disaster, which is Varka. I will have all the timestamps into place for the various segments. But yeah, there are games that I like coming out. Like Pragmata, Crimson Desert. Pragmata is probably going to be a short story. Crimson Desert's probably going to be another ARPG slog, which is fun. I say that. I could suffer through it, but like Neo is long with everything you have to do, but it also can be condensed. But there's a lot to do. And then there is backtracking. So, and I'm at 90 hours for it. So, anyways, I will be streaming something later on. Uh, I might do Genshin because, look, we have to talk about the Varka situation at some point. There is a situation over there with both that and ZZZ. Technically, at least ZZZ's characters or Zenless Zone Zero's or AOD characters are not totally bad. Varka. Varka is worse than I imagined. But that is a rant and a half because they don't know how to release characters. And also, I'm not happy that I had to spend money to get Flynn's. Because my bad luck culminated. But I'll probably stream something lighter tonight. I've been hitting Neo 3 pretty hard. Look, I saw Play It Off stream, and I'm having to clear up the side stories and the stuff I haven't done because the gameplay scales up horribly. And I gotta redo armor as well. So it's all great. It'd be like the other stream I did the other day. You watch me delete gear for an hour and then redo it. It's very, very annoying. I don't call that good. Like, the combat is good once you get a hold of it, but changing your styles just to beat stuff isn't hard versus it's when the game thinks you're good, your game will smack you with reality. So, anyways, I will end this here. I will take a rest and go do that. I need to go check out some few things before I stream tonight. I might stream Neo. I don't know. This area is a slog. And I'm not confident like I was in the prior areas. So, anyways. Catch people that I have to redo a lot of my armor. That I was in the process of doing. So I will see people in 2.5 hours.